man ordered the maid to lock the mansion gate. He was preparing to drive away the wife his grandfather had arranged for him. But the next second, the woman kicked the gate open with one strike. She immediately scared off the servant standing behind the door. When the man saw the maid's miserable state, he became terrified of his unseen wife. As the woman entered the living room, the man panicked and quickly fled the house. But the woman sat in the living room until late at night, yet the man never returned home. So the woman told the maid to call the man back home. One maid mocked the woman, saying she had no right to order them around. But the next second, several darts flew past her eyes. The servants, frightened, immediately called the man. They ordered him to return home within 10 minutes. But the man directly said the woman had no right to control him. He then hung up the phone right away. Surprisingly, the woman didn't get angry. She simply drew her long sword, preparing to teach her disobedient husband a lesson. Not long after, the woman found the place where the man was hanging out. At that moment, the man was still bragging to his friends about his position at home. But when he turned around and saw his stern-faced wife behind him, he was so scared that his legs went weak. The man's friend stepped forward with a smile, trying to smooth things over for him. But the next second, the woman drew her long sword and split the wine bottle in his friend's hand in two. She warned the man to go home with her immediately. Seeing how skilled the woman was with her sword, the man's friend fell to his knees and begged for mercy. He advised the man to quickly follow his wife back home. Terrified that his wife might actually attack him, the man rushed out of the bar in panic and ran straight home. When the servants saw the man return home, they were shocked, because the man had never come home this early before. Only when they saw the woman's cold expression did they realize that the usually spoiled man was afraid of his wife. Back in the bedroom, the man was furious about his wife's behavior. He vented his anger by punching the pillow over and over. But when his wife appeared behind him, he suddenly turned into a meek little sheep. Then the woman declared that she was the true master of the house. She demanded that the man return home before dark from now on. Otherwise, she would cut him in half with her long sword. The man didn't even dare say a word in protest. He could only be pitifully driven out of the bedroom by his wife. However, one day the man came home before dark. Looking at the clock, he felt quite proud of himself. He then turned his head and suddenly noticed his wife asleep on the sofa, waiting for him. Looking at her adorable sleeping face, he wanted to gently touch her. But then he remembered her fiery temper. So he slapped himself hard to stay awake. In order to get back at his wife for embarrassing him earlier, he decided to prank her while she slept. But he ended up being knocked to the floor by his suddenly awakened wife. The man felt deeply wronged and thought of how strong he once had been. Sadly, he said he was going to complain to his grandfather, and the woman showed an expression of disbelief.